Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Lunchtable podcast. Right now, our energy's not really up. I ain't gonna lie.
We've been grinding nonstop because we were pre-recording these episodes. Because at the time of when this podcast episode drops, one of us would be in the ER. I think at this point it would be me.
Yeah,
That would be in the ER. And so yeah, we've been squeezing in like 6 podcast recordings in like a couple of days. So we at this point drained. But we gonna bear through it. And yeah, let's get into it.
Well, I told you the one thing the first thing that stuck to my mind was kind of talking about, like, what do you think are things that people should need to know about each other before they get married? Like,
Yeah, you know that we be having these questions that be popping up in our heads. Like, we be having some questions that, like, we should not be really answering. Like, we 18, we think about all these questions.
fucking what? I mean, they bound to change.
They bound to change, but I'm saying, like, our minds are already in that field of just thinking about some crazy ass questions like that. Like in the prior podcast too.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I think for me, like, I like you gotta need like have a good understanding of me. So I feel, and vice versa. So I feel like kind of almost everything or close to everything in all aspects. Like, there's not really that much things. Although I don't really need to know about your past partners though that much.
What you mean that much?
Like, only the ones that like affected you in a certain way. But like, I don't need to know like every detail of everything. You know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, what would you do if you were if one of the people in her past were like one of your friends?
Oh, and that I didn't know about until she told me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have to know that. Like, I feel like if I also had like relationships with like her friend, like I would tell her. I feel like that would be important.
Okay.
Regardless if that relationship didn't mean anything to me, but like I would still tell her just so that she can know.
Okay, this is honest. That's honest. I mean, but when you say like that she should know at least most things, I guess, in all aspects. But what do you mean? Like, what about your past? Like, do you think it's necessary that she understands the kind of family that you have, and kind of family you grew up in, or do you feel like, nah, that's my family, we should keep it separate from our relationship?
I would like for the girl to like know my family. You know what I mean? Because like you kind of spend some time.
But even the intricate details of that family,
not
that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Like just
how
enough.
Incorporated would you want your woman to be?
To be honest, as much as she wants, like I wouldn't like force it. But like you at least would need to have like a basic, like a basic relationship with them. You know what I mean? Like a regular relationship. Like they know that you're a person that speaks type of relationship. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's such a basic thing though. Like, that's enough for you, like, just for them to acknowledge that
I would want
she's
them.
your partner.
Well, like I'm saying, like I wouldn't force them to, but I would want them to put up that effort.
Okay, what if your mom doesn't like your partner?
You answer that question.
If my mom doesn't like my partner,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mom. Like,
Yeah, I think at a certain point, depends. I don't know, cause they be right though sometimes, especially like the old heads.
I mean, I don't know.
You have your brother or somebody older than you has that ever happened where they be like, "Yo, don't do that shit," and then like for this and that reason, and then you still do it, and then and then you did exactly what they told you that you shouldn't do, and then we'll fuck you up. That ever happened to you?
Not that I can say, honestly. Nah.
That ass.
Yeah. I feel like, if anything, it'll probably have happened to my brother more than me. I don't know.
Has your brother told you anything on that thing, and then he told you not to do it, and then he still did it, and then he literally what he explained to you of what could happen exactly happened? Or not?
Yeah, more or less. Like not exactly, but some things have happened that are like very close to what like they have predicted. But they're not circumstances that I'm not okay with. So it doesn't really bother me that they're right.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm just like okay, like it's not a bad thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so in those circumstances, I don't really care.
Okay.
But other than that, like I don't know.
Okay, so going back to the original question, answer it. What would be something that your partner should know, or both of you should know about each other before y'all get married?
I think the most important thing for me is like they gotta know and understand like what's gonna happen in the household.
Oh, this is specific. Okay, mine was more general because I couldn't think of anything. But yeah, go.
Like, and I'm not really necessarily sure what that is, but just making sure that we have a mutual understanding of what it is gonna be.
Oh, like 50-50.
Yeah, more or less. As long as we come to an agreement and an understanding, like, okay, this is what we're both doing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the girl would just still like slowly take over the household though.
And you know what? That's fine.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can put up that much of a. I think even if like you guys would agree on like 50-50, eventually like you're gonna stop caring about like the way
Half the
things
shit.
are, and then she's gonna slowly just take over.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Fuck it.
you do it. But I mean, still though, like, but even though to like how, for example, how the kids are gonna be raised and shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
there has to be like a mutual agreement, like we're not about to disagree ever on how we doing shit,
That's gonna happen though. Like that's
when it comes to the kids though,
that's gonna happen. You guys came from different upbringings.
you're right, but I mean, okay, that's fine, because I've always also said in my head that like if I'm gonna marry a woman, I need to have a trust that the way she raises our kids will be good no matter what. Like even if it goes against what I would do,
Mm-hmm.
like I would trust that like it's for the best.
I know, but how would you like? This is a question I kind of have. Like, how do you know what is best for the child? Because different people and different children like respond to certain things differently. Like you can't like treat or teach a child the same way as you teach the other one, because it probably won't work.
You know what? I honestly do not know, and I do not care to know. Like
You don't care.
that sounds terrible to say, but that's what I'm saying. Like my partner, whoever my partner would be, like I wouldn't trust that. Like I would have that faith in them that they would know what's best.
So you would put all the hope and faith of your children on their significant other?
Not all of it. I mean, I would do like I would do my part.
Yeah, it sound like that part small though. Like sound like it right now. It sounds like you 30-70. Like 70, she does all the work. 30,
No. Nah, it's just more like at the end of the day, whatever. Like if she were to decide something, and I'm just there like, okay, if this is what you think is best, bro. Like if okay, let's say if we're in a disagreement
Yeah.
about how to move forward,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the day, like if it's something we can't come eye to eye, I'll just let her have it, because I'll just be like, okay, because I'm saying I trust that if this is the decision you think is best, is for a reason, even if I have my own reasons, I'm gonna just trust you and go with it.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
You guys both have to come to an agreement. You can't just be like bow down to her. That's kind of what that sounds like. It's like you guys argue for a bit and then you like, just do it. It's just like all your arguments just failed, and like there's no point in arguing.
I mean, I guess that's just not the way I see it though. Like,
Nah, but we both gonna have these points. Nah, bro. If we gonna argue, the argument's gonna settle with like we both leave angry at least, or both leave with an understanding of each other.
I mean, I guess to be honest, I would like if I were to see myself like a whole bunch of years later in the future as a father. I always think of myself as like being like the good cop kind of parent,
Uh,
just because that's probably the kind of person I would be.
yeah, for sure. Me too. I would be chill, laid back. Like,
Yeah,
I'd just
like-
be like, ask your mother.
Yeah.
Oh, where did mother said this?
I guess.
Yeah.
It just seems like I don't know, not necessarily easier, but
I think a family needs to have that dynamic though. A good like some version of that where one parent is more lenient than the other.
me too, to be honest. But like I feel like the respect would still be the same, or should still be the same,
Yeah.
regardless of like who's the bad cop and who's the good cop type shit.
Mm. But it's funny because most of the time it's always the mother that is like the bad cop. Most of the time. It's like,
Facts.
they always be the strictest one. Then you tell your dad and just be like,
Bro, bro, fathers are rare at this point. Like, so the ones that do exist, they gotta be good cops, so that they basically don't give a fuck. They're like, you know, they don't gotta handle shit. Just, you ask your mom. Right?
But I don't know if that's just a man thing to do because I'd think about like, yo, would I ever really correct my son like that? Like, nah, I wouldn't be able to put that much effort into it. Because at the end, I would just be like, oh, fuck it, do whatever you gotta do. Like, to think like that you got, like, have you ever thought, like, if I got a kid and I have to act like I'm very, like a mother, like, tell him, like, don't do this, don't do that, why you did that? Like, I could never be fake angry at a person. Like, you know, yeah, a mother be fake angry at you for, like, failing a test or some shit like that.
I mean, you think they'd be fake angry? I feel like they actually be angry though. Like,
Yeah, but there's certain things where it's just like, come on, eat that ass. Like, it's just this.
yeah,
I could never like do that. I like if my sons like fail a test and like the well, like my wife is like being angry and they look at me, like I'll just stay quiet or something. I don't care. I don't care for test.
what you doing if a parent teacher conference? They just shit. They all they do is talk shit about your son.
If you talk shit about how he behaves,
Yeah.
then I'll be mad at my son. Only that. But work, grades, and all that shit, I don't care. I'll just be like, yo, why you ain't doing work? I just straight up ask that question.
Okay. What if you find out that he's like skipping classes and shit?
That's a bit difficult. Because, like, part of me, like, would, again, like, not care. Because it's like, you skipping class, like, and... But, like, if you gonna fail the grade because he's skipping class, it'd be like, bro, come on, like, you can't skip that many classes. Like,
Pick and choose, bro. Like,
yeah. I'll actually teach him how to be smart with it. Like, if you're gonna skip class, let me show you how. Like, learn how many classes you can skip in a year until you're good, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
I'll go from that perspective. Because if my son is already skipping class, obviously he doesn't care. So I'm not gonna tell him to care when he already doesn't care. Obviously, I just tell him to be smart about it.
What kind? Like, do you like have some kind of thought as to like your son is like? It's kind of a weird question, but like, if he were to have a favorite subject, do you think you know what it would be?
I think I would know.
But like
He would have to be born, and a lot of things would have to happen. But I think I would know before he picks one. Yeah.
I kind of just meant like, what do you think it would be now type shit.
Oh, so if I guess it, then I'm like, some crazy super like.
Fuck it.
I think history or science.
History of science? Wow.
Yeah. No idea.
You just,
Yeah, I mean I like history a lot and science, so if he's anything like me, then that's what he would be. So ideally, I don't know.
what about science do you like? Science fiction?
I thought that this is a subject for like classes, like schools, or just like anything science related.
Science related, I guess.
Or like specifically what type of science he would like.
Nah, I mean, it don't matter.
Oh, you just asking me
Yeah,
personally?
yeah. Now I'm asking you.
I like the like biology and like anatomy, but like not on some crazy shit, just enough to know where like how the muscles like move and function.
Makes sense.
You know how I told you like you asked me a question about like how does the diamond pushing work out your tricep, and
Yeah.
I told you anything pushing works out your tricep because
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to work, like stuff like that. That's what I like. You?
Okay. You know me, I'm a math guy. So a lot of the math things really would get to me, but after I got to calculus 3, my brain kind of just started shutting down.
Was it actually difficult for you?
Hell yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
How did it feel? Was that the first time you were? Was that the first time that it was actually something was difficult for you?
Okay.
Math-wise?
It's difficult because like I kind of stopped being able to pay attention. You know, especially because a screen and everything. I wasn't really going in person,
Yeah.
so it was hard to really pay attention to what was going on. I don't think I would have struggled if I actually paid attention, because the things when I did pay attention, they did make sense. But it was kind of just a lot, especially because everything, like what you learn in a semester of a class in high school or in college is what you would learn in like an entire year of high school.
Yeah. Word.
So it's very different. You gotta take calculus at a whole much faster pace, like much faster, and it's fucking insane because you're just there like, what the hell, bro? Like we would take like 3 days probably to go over this shit, and we gotta go over this shit in like 20 minutes, and that's it. Keep it stepping. Shit was wildin'. It was very fast paced, but I don't know. I feel like I could probably get back into it at another time. Not right now, but by the time I feel like by the time I do try to get back into it, my brain will probably have forgotten so much of that shit. Okay, who knows though?
So, what's your favorite class? What's your favorite subject? Math, but like what type of math?
I like analytical math type shit, like and shit having to do with proofs, cause they make shit make sense. It's pretty cool.
Does that fall under geometry?
Some do.
Cause I don't know none of that shit, bro. Yeah, high school really fucked up math, bro. It was 3 years back to back of just teachers that just didn't work at the time. But yeah. What was the? Oh yeah, what was the other thing? Oh, you want to talk about anime, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We getting through this episode one way or another.
Well, one of the things that I told you I wanted to ask you was like who, like in the animes that you've seen, who's like your favorite villain, type shit, and why?
Do you have one?
I think
Is it Pain?
nah.
That's
I feel like my favorite villain will probably be like Itachi.
Itachi's not a villain. Though.
I consider him a villain though. Like,
No, but he's not a villain. He's an anti-hero. Or like, he's not a villain.
Okay. So then,
He was a villain for like a couple of... He was a temporary villain. Like, I don't think that counts.
okay. So if he don't count, then my favorite villain will have to be probably like. Okay. Would you count like the Hollow Ichigo?
No, that's not a... No, that's
Why
not a
not,
villain.
bro?
Because
Like,
that's Ichigo.
but it's a Hollow
But he's not. But he's not a villain.
bro. Like
How are you different? How are you this? How do you don't know what a villain is?
I do, but it's, you know, just
I don't-
villain is could be subjective.
How? How can it be subjective?
Bro, what do you mean? How can it not be subjective?
Okay, what do you? Hollow Ichigo. Why do you think he's a villain? Like,
What?
why do you think he's a villain?
Because he was fucking with Ichigo.
Well, yeah, but like he didn't technically do any harm.
Yeah, he did. He fucked him up mentally. Super. He fucked him up the most mentally.
But Hollow Ichigo is just basically him. Like it's almost like a psychological battle. But like he is a living embodiment. But like it gets like fuzzy because it's on his. All right, we're back. We have we kind of I forgot what we talked about literally a second before because this is gonna be cutted. But something happened, so we're just gonna start off and we're just gonna start talking about Bleach because it's coming back. And yeah, let's go. So Bleach is coming back, and bro, this anime's fire because Bleach I feel like was one of the animes that have been forgotten because like people are not saying it was just One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But that's not true. Bleach was up there.
Bleach was up there, and it kind of has been forgotten. I have read, like, I was reading up on, like, this new season that's gonna come out, and they had predicted it's gonna be like 60 to 80 episodes long. Yeah, would you think it would be longer than that or shorter?
Longer.
You would think it would be longer than that?
Yeah, definitely not 60. I don't know how the hell would they even manage to put all that shit in 60 episodes. 80, like maybe a little rush, but depending on how they do it. But
Is that much shit?
yeah, it's like it's probably not as long as the war arc, the Naruto.
Yeah.
It's not as long as that, but it's kind of that long. Like it's around that of epic purport. Like how important that was to the story. That's how important it is to Bleach story.
So it should probably get like maybe
a
100
at least.
Yeah.
100 at least, I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly I feel so too because just because like look at how long they took to do that whole Aizen thing. Like, they did Aizen looked like it was something that had been developed from the beginning of the season, the beginning of like the creation of Bleach.
Yeah.
So and that was something that spanned over almost 300 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's crazy like if they wouldn't think to make at least another arc that spans over 100 episodes. Because it would be cool, at least in my opinion. Just because since I just finished recently, I finished watching it recently,
Rewatching it.
yeah, rewatching it, and it was really cool to watch because, like, after he goes through all his crazy shit with Aizen, he whoops his ass from Mugetsu,
Yeah.
like he loses his powers and he's just there like this is the life that I wanted, like I wanted to not be able to see ghosts, but then in the end he kind of misses his powers because he wants to be able to protect his family and the people around him.
Yeah.
And all that shit. But in doing so, like, and that arc was pretty short. Like,
Yeah.
where he tried to regain his powers, which, to be honest, I still don't really understand how they did it. Like that whole full bring shit.
Yeah, neither do I, to be honest.
Like, it doesn't
The
really.
full bringing shit didn't make sense to me. It looked cool, kind of. Not
Yeah.
really.
But I'm not really sure, like, what was the point of that.
The point of it was just to get his powers back.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then like the season that's gonna come after this is gonna come basically immediately after what happened with the Fullbringer stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'd be cool to see to see that happen, especially because I heard I did hear he gets like a new Bankai and stuff, like, because he has other powers and shit or whatever. And that all the other characters also kind of got like a little boost.
I'm not saying anything because I'm not gonna tell you anything that's going on. But one thing I can tell you, like at like the beginning, the first few episodes of the arc that will come, is like super crazy because it doesn't start off slow. It gets like it goes like crazy shit happens in the beginning, and then towards the middle and where it kind of settles down, and then it's kind of story.
Yeah.
And then that's for like a little bit, and then it goes crazy again.
But I would love to have like an explanation of the characters in Bleach, like a more detailed explanation of Chad and Orihime and 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 like Uryu and stuff. Just because like
Udio disappointed
they
me.
don't.
Udio disappointed me. I don't even care about hearing what he has to say.
But they don't expand enough on those characters. I feel like, and one of the cool things about Bleach is that, and people fail to realize is like he's really just a regular ass kid, bro. Like in high school, trying to get through life, trying to go to college, and he deals with mad bullshit. Like imagine having to fucking fight ghosts while going through high school,
Yeah.
and then becoming part ghosts and shit. Like all of that is in your head and shit.
Yeah.
You know, you your whole life you're trying to get rid of this shit. Like, and then you finally get rid of it. And so he's in his senior year, right before he's about to regain his powers. He's in his senior year of high school, literally just hustling for money because he's trying to save up to go to college.
Yeah.
You know, and at this point, they still haven't. You know, they still don't expand on his father's character. And like his father has a, like he kind of moves a little shady in that arc, and so we're just there like what the fuck, you know, and we're left with all those questions because in the Aizen arc, like his father shows up in front of Ichigo, like out of nowhere, and he's just there like, and Ichigo tells him he's just there like, oh you'll explain to me whenever you feel like it, whatever. But then just they're like, okay, well, when the fuck are you gonna explain? Because like there's a reason you're not explaining, at least I think. And so what are you waiting for? Like,
Well,
like,
I can't. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, word. That's fire. I can't. Because I read the manga, so I know what happens. But like, good things are coming if that's what you're thinking about. That's all I would say. Yeah.
I hope it at least is a fire explanation.
Oh yeah.
But please tell me something comes out of like his sister's character.
I can't tell you that.
Come on, bro. You gotta just at least tell me something.
I'm not gonna tell that. I'm not. I mean, you can literally search this up, but no, I'm not gonna tell you.
Bro, but like, just tell me if his sister becomes anything nice, like.
Well, I mean, like, it literally the arc happens literally the moments after the Fullbringer arc ends. It is. They don't waste. It's not another time skip.
I mean, but they all you. From what I've heard, they all like at least got like a crazy power up almost.
A lot of them do.
So there's almost like a time skip in there, you know, like a little training arc period.
No, well, you have to. Yes and no. I can't really explain this to you. Let's move on to something else. But let's talk about Bleach's impact, though, because like I think Bleach out of the top three, it follows differently. Because like Naruto, One Piece, and like most animes, they have that rivalry. Like a person, like the main character has a rivalry with the other person, like Sasuke and Naruto.
Yeah.
And like even like one, I think Luffy and Zoro. Am I wrong about that?
They don't really.
Does Luffy have a rival? Not really.
Nah, really.
But like you know how most shows have like the rivalry aspect.
Yeah, I know.
Bleach never really had that. He had like temporary rivals, like Grimjo was like
and Nukiora.
Yeah, but like here and there. But it was kind of just a main story of just him.
Yeah.
And his side characters, which I feel like it's the most different out of all of them. And Ichigo is the best main character out of Naruto, One Piece, 100%. 100%.
You think so?
Yeah.
Actually, just because of the actual impact that Bleach has, like as a show, like
he's the most complex character.
Yeah, he's the most complex. He's the most complex, and that's what I really like about him. You know, because I like Luffy's character. You know, because he's fucking playful and just fucking a little ass kid, even though he's serious about his dream and everything he wants to do. But despite all that, I feel like to show Ichigo like at such a young age, basically going through all this bullshit,
Yeah.
it's tough. Like,
And the way that they focus on it, because like Naruto went through some shit and they focused it on it too.
yeah,
But like he was kind of already in the world. He was in the ninja world.
yeah,
So like, but in Bleach, like he Ichigo's dead as a regular person. And like when Grinjo beat the shit out of him, bro, that whole like little like arc that he had where he
Yeah.
like left to go to with the visors, that shit is like crazy. He got beat the shit out of by Grimjo and he's laughing in his face.
facts. I mean,
Like Naruto gone through some shit, but like he was a ninja in ninja world and all that. I
yeah.
don't know if it compares.
And I know you're not gonna talk about spoilers, but one of the other things that like was still on my mind after I finished watching Bleach just now was like even after like when he uses Mugetsu or when he's like fighting to get that ability, he's still under the water. Like that Tensei Sangetsu is telling him like, oh, this place used to be filled with hopes and dreams, skyscrapers, tall as buildings, whatever, and now it's shrunken down to reflect this town that you hold so close to your heart, sunken in all this water or some shit. Because he's filled with despair and shit.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if like after that he uses Mugetsu, he loses all his powers, so he probably never goes back into that world again, at least until after he gets his powers again. So I'm thinking if once he gets his powers again, like what happens? Is the skyscrapers like what's going on? Like that's just my thought. I'm curious to see like how his relationship with Zangetsu changes after years of not having powers, like because it was 17 months that he went without having powers. That's a year and 5 months, and you've grown older, more mature. How is your relationship with your fucking sword? Especially after not interacting for so long. But I'm assuming since he always technically is a part of him, Zangetsu probably was just always with him throughout all that time, regardless. I don't know.
That's some very interesting points. It's great.
That's all you gonna say?
I mean, unless you want me to spoil it for you. And probably people are probably gonna start watching Bleach more, so like, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But if you guys should watch Bleach though, that shit is fire. What's your favorite Bleach character? Is it Ichigo?
It's kind of hard for it to not be Ichigo, honestly. But no, my favorite character has to be hands down. Urahara, like.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I like hands down has to be. If it's not like. Or maybe Kenpachi. I like Kenpachi a lot. Like
You really like Kenpachi?
Hell
I would not
yeah.
think. Okay,
I love that
Tell me
nigga.
about Kenpachi. Why you like Kenpachi so
bro,
much?
because he's a fucking savage. The fuck, like he don't give a fuck about nothing. He's straight to it, and he just be going crazy. So I don't know. I really fuck with his character. Like he don't hear like nobody stop that nigga. Like, ain't nobody stopping that nigga. He do what the fuck he want whenever he want.
That fight with Kenpachi and Ichigo, that shit was fire.
Yeah, I really like it. I always like Kenpachi. Like I don't know.
I don't really like Kenpachi that much. It's like, well, he's a whatever to me.
Nah, I really like him.
Yeah. But it is some shit. What?
Toshiro.
Ichigo is my favorite character.
He used to be my favorite character, but I don't know. Like
I'm so disappointed that like they make him like lose or every fight or like make him like in every fight.
Because he's such a child at the end of the day. Like he's like the youngest fucking captain.
Yeah, he's a prodigy.
Yeah, but that's a prodigy for shit. Cause like
They always make him lose. They always make him lose.
You develop too early, bro. Like he don't have any real experience compared to any of the other ones.
Yeah.
I like fuck. The other captain, fuck, I forgot for which squad. But like the one that wears the special kimono type shit.
I forget what's his name. I can never pronounce it. It's like something Shinsui.
Yeah, it's like Shinsui.
Yeah.
It's some shit like that.
Yeah, that nigga's fire.
I like his abilities and shit. It's nice, bro.
That
That
shit is
nigga.
fire. You know nothing about the next arc. Okay, that's good. But
Oh shit! Did they
it's
show a
fire.
lot of the captain's abilities and shit?
It's fire. Yeah. Cause like the last arc, the one thing I can tell you is just like it's like basically all of them pushed to the limit. Cause you know how all the other arcs,
Yeah,
a lot of the like the Fullbring arc. You know when like the captains came back, they
yeah.
were never going 100% on the Fullbringers. They were just kind of talking shit to them,
Oh yeah,
right? And then the other arcs too. And in the Aizen arc, like they went hard, but like not 100% because of Aizen's ability
yeah,
of like anything they can just fuck with him.
yeah.
And then with the rank arc, they were just the captains just weren't there. But like this last arc, like all the captains are going like 100% because the threat is that like massive.
Shit. I wonder what kind of threat it is. Like threat to what? Is it like the whole world? Only the Soul Society? Like shit. I mean, you're not gonna tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you now.
Ah.
I mean, it's there. It's in the web. It's in. You can just start reading the manga, but yeah. But you still haven't watched Burn the Witch, right?
No.
Bro, you gotta watch Burn the Witch.
Well, what's so good about it?
I don't know. I don't know because it's made by the same dude that made Bleach.
Yeah.
It's his character designs and all that shit. It's like a movie, kind of. Yeah, it's basically movies, 3 episodes, and it's just fire. I don't really can't put it into words. Like it's kind of like Bleach. There's like it's actually part of the Bleach universe, but in a different part of the world. It's like in London.
Really?
Yeah, it's in London.
But so then do they fight hollows and shit?
No, they fight dragons. It's a different type of thing. They have like their soul society, and they have the real world.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Tell you gonna make me watch it.
please watch it. And then this nigga called whoever watched Burn the Witch, y'all know what I'm talking about. This nigga called Bruno Bagknife. That
Yeah.
nigga the coldest nigga alive, bro.
You like the anime?
Yeah, it's 3 episodes. Yeah.
It's only 3 episodes long.
Yeah, so Kubo did this thing, like the creator.
Yeah.
He got it's basically like he has a seasonal manga.
Yeah.
So he just writes a couple of chapters and then I think it would just kind of come out in the movie series like every few months or even a year.
Yeah.
Like 3 episodes will come out and then it will take a break and then like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But every time it'll be something else.
No, I think it would just be the story of Burn the Witch.
Oh, Burn the Witch. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because in the ending they teased like
A continuation?
their version of the Espada, basically.
Really?
Yeah. And he's part of Bruno Bagknife is basically part of, or not even not the Espada would be like their version of the Gold T13,
Yeah.
like their version of that, like the leaders.
Shit.
And they're like bankais are like the thing that they use. They're dragons.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a clip of Bruno.
Damn, the thought just freaking just left my head. Fuck.
Oh, you can't remember one?
Yeah, it left my head.
Well, what have been some animes that you've been watching recently? Has it just been Bleach?
Yeah, that was the only one that I was focused on watching, like, cause I wanted to get that one out the way. But I wanted to continue watching SAO, just because, like, the 3rd season, like, they're doing something really weird with it. But like, and I wasn't able to continue watching it, but I want to see what it is like, because every season of SAO is different. Like, and that's what I'm starting to appreciate about it. Like the 1st season, they were trapped in a world where if they died in the game, they would die in real life.
Yeah.
Right? At least for the first half. And then in the second half, Shorty was just trapped.
Yeah.
You know, he had to go rescue her. All right, but in the second season, you know, they're in a game where if they kill someone in the game, they'll die in real life. But they're not trapped inside the game. It's just someone just killing people, hunting in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this third one, they're doing some weird shit like with like almost like the simulation of souls type shit. Like
That sounds interesting. Like what you mean?
yeah, like almost trying to develop people. Right, like because everything of SAO takes place in the future. Like, you know, it actually takes place in like 2026. You know, actually not that far from now, but you know, they have like these devices in the third season, which basically like reads the soul in people.
Yeah.
You know, and basically their personality, and they're able to embed them into this simulation almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and create a society of souls, like quite literally, like.
Yeah.
Of people and shit, and so they're just seeing if they can create people, like personalities of people.
And then, but what's the plot like?
Well,
Kirito
Kirito is like a character in there, and they make him like forget that he's inside because they want him to be almost like a regular character inside of the store, inside of the simulation.
Yeah.
Right, and when they take him out, he has no knowledge of what he does in the inside. Right, and when he's in the inside, he has no knowledge of his life on the outside. So like they could keep him inside the game for mad long, and he wouldn't even know.
But what is the purpose of the story? Like,
well,
is it
I'm
to
not
break out. Or
I'm not really sure because I never finished it.
Bro, Kirito gotta stop playing games. Because it's
I mean, but that's his job though. That's his thing.
What you mean? That's his
like
job?
He works for the government. The government is the one that's doing this shit. Like his job is that because you know since he was the one who rescued everybody from SAO and then he also planted the seed and shit. Like he's super basically like impactful in the gaming community and just the technology world. And so the government sometimes hires him to do testing and shit like with specific companies who are testing certain shit out like that.
Oh, that makes sense. I never thought about that because
Yeah,
I always thought
his job.
I always thought it was like, why the fuck is this nigga still playing games? I would have been traumatic. I would have been scarred. I would never played another game.
Nah, I mean, because
after the first one.
Yeah, because I mean, in the second season, the same thing happened. Like he was hired by the government to stop the killer. Like otherwise, he wouldn't have done it. It was just that he was hired by the government because the thing is that they knew that it was an SAO survivor, so they were just there like, yo, Kirito, you were the one who saved everybody, so.
That was when they were on that gun season, right?
Yeah.
The gun gale.
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool. I think I finished that one, and then I saw some of then the season after that where they were like I think in some type of like Norse mythology, like with like Thor was there. They're like fought Thor once.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of that season.
I think that's the one that I'm in right now. That's the third one. I haven't finished it.
Oh, that's the third one.
Yeah.
But I have seen some of the third one.
Yeah, because it's a little weird.
Yeah.
The third one. But the thing is that you have to realize that the story is more than just what it's like than just what happens inside of the games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that is just people forget about it because the whole first season they're practically inside of the game the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
But in the third season, there are characters who are involved in the story outside of the games.
Yeah.
You know, and they're very active in the roles of the people inside of the game.
Yeah.
So you got to keep track of everything that happens in the tiny details and how the people outside of the games move and shit. Because that's what keeps the story interesting is realizing that like the people inside of the game are being manipulated by a higher power outside.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You know, and I
can't follow that one for sorry line.
Right, I mean, but that's the thing those are the things that are low-key starting to keep me interested in anime. Like for example, like I told you with Attack on Titan, once I realized that it was that intricate, and I was like, oh, what the fuck, bro? Like when that shit happened to me, and that's when I started seeing animes that are like a little more intricate. I was just there like, oh shit, there's a lot more planning to this than meets the eye. Like it doesn't just end here.
I think I've asked you this before. I might ask you this again. We're back for like the third time. We're just gonna go bit through this.
No. That's it, bro. We just gonna end the episode right here, bro. We was trying to squeeze in a question, but we just gonna end it right here because this is about the third time we tried to take this clip, and fuck that clip at this point, you know. But I hope you guys sat down and enjoyed the episode that we just finished recording. Tune in. Comment if you have anything to comment, share.
Or add to the conversation, and that's kind of it. We're so happy this is over. So deuces.
Peace out.